Let's cast our mind back to a simpler time, the turn of the millennium, the year 2000. Music had peaked with the likes of Daphne and Celeste.
Thank you, your mama too, and your daddy.
As the final curtain came down on the classic that was Saved by the Bell, the New Class. And teen movies were thriving in the cinemas. Was indeed a glorious time. There are many iconic teen films from this era that are still fondly remembered today. 10 Things I Hate About You, Clueless, She's All That. But there's one film I want to talk about today. It's not a classic, probably not even a secret gem, but it's a film I loved then and still love 25 years later. One that I think deserves more attention. That film is Boys and Girls. I first saw this on VHS back in the day. Yes, I am that old, and I instantly fell in love with it. But I have to admit, when I first rented it out, it wasn't the film I expected. I thought it'd be more like American Pie, maybe because it co-stars Jason Biggs, or at least something a little more raunchy like the later Easy A. But no, this is a full-on romantic comedy with heavy emphasis on the rom. It ticks all the boxes, scores a full house on the rom-com cliche bingo card. And honestly, that is what makes it so endearing. But there's also a few unique touches that give it a charm of its own. First, it follows our two star-crossed lovers, Ryan and Jennifer, over several years, starting with an unusual childhood meet-cute.
I'm Jennifer.
Waiting till the last minute to pack?
Nope, got my first period.
Oh.
Does it gross you out to know that I'm bleeding right now?
Why should it? It's just biology.
We could have sex right now, and I wouldn't even get pregnant. Do you have orgasms?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Yeah, well, you're still young. What are you, 10?
12.
Now that's a conversation that would haunt any young boy forever. But it also quickly establishes the dynamics between them, the power balance in the relationship, and this is a trend that carries out throughout the entire movie. 6 years later, they meet again.
You want to go grab a coffee or something?
What about your boyfriend, the king?
Don't have a boyfriend. Hate commitments.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty dumb. Hey, so you want to go?
No,
Why not?
because this, us, we don't click.
Since when?
Since now, since right now. Does this feel like we're clicking?
This may seem to set things up as a classic enemies to lovers story, but what I love in this film is how it jumps forward again, this time to college. Ryan starts his first day as a freshman. The two bump into each other, but it doesn't rush their relationship. We see them becoming friends and we see them hanging out together over a period of years as the relationship builds. It's not just over the summer or part of a weekend. They become genuine friends. There is no creepy friend zone vibe. It feels real. That is rare in rom-coms from this era. Now, that's not to say there isn't some underlying tension, as their housemates are quick to notice.
Well, then what do you do all the time that you're together?
I don't know. We do stuff. We talk about stuff.
Why? I mean, you have me to talk about stuff.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's nice just to have a guy's opinion about things.
Like what? Like who has the best pizza and who has the best tip?
Why are you acting so weird, Aim?
You're the one who's acting weird. I mean, you're the one spending all your time with a guy that you're not even interested in.
Then why don't you drop the cool guy act and go tell Jennifer how you really feel about her?
What?
But you better do it quick before she leaves with that guy.
I don't feel that way about her.
Seeing her with that guy right now, it doesn't bother you.
No, she goes on dates all the time. We talk about her dates.
And you're fine with that?
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
Oh, okay, then how come you're here all by your lonesome, huh?
Jennifer is a carefree Latin major who dates a lot, mostly bad boys. Ryan, on the other hand, is more reserved. He breaks up with Willow early in the film, but isn't seen dating again much after that. Something Jennifer definitely calls him out on.
Are we friends? I mean, am I your friend, or have I just become your girlfriend substitute?
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like with me in your life, you never have to try. And that's the beauty of our relationship. You'll just never get hurt again as long as you pretend I'm your girlfriend.
This is the moment when the story begins to pivot into the third act that we all know is coming. This film is clever but cheesy. If you like rom-com cliches, it's got 'em by the bucket load, and I won't apologize for loving it. After Jennifer breaks up with her latest boyfriend, she and Ryan finally cross the line and take their friendship to the next level. Now, if you've seen any rom-com before, you know exactly what's coming. But it's their reaction afterwards that I find interesting. They both don't see what happened in the same way. Ryan's ready. He wants something real. But Jennifer?
Last night was really special to me. Because you're really special to me, Ryan. But that's all it was. It was an incredibly special night.
Ooh, I feel Ryan's pain there. Like I said, this film hit me in a way few others have. Did I go through what Ryan went through? Exactly? No. But close enough that I understand. I saw this film first of all when I was in college, and as I said, it got me. It reminded me of a particular relationship I had back then with someone. Then comes the classic post hookup awkward phrase. Jennifer wants to go back to being BFFs. Ryan, not so much. And this is another bit I kind of sympathize with, although, uh, won't lie, maybe more so from Jen's point of view, as various girls in my life try to ignore my calls. One thing I've never done, though, should do at some point, I guess, is have the big emotional speech, the big declaration of love, and we all know it's coming, and this film has one of the best.
It felt like you and I were the greatest plan ever made, and I had nothing to do with it. Being with you made me feel that maybe I didn't have to keep planning anymore because it felt like I was actually living. And that for once in my life, I wouldn't have to work so hard at being happy. That it could just happen. Nothing will ever hurt me as much as your reaction to that same experience.
They part ways. Ryan is heading home for the summer. Jennifer is off to Italy. End of story? Nah. What kind of rom-com would this be if it all ended there? In a last-minute twist that no one saw coming, she changes her mind.
Stop the van!
What?
Would you please stop the
Hey, I
van?
can't pull over.
Just pull over, because
There's
I'm
no
getting
place for
out.
me to pull over. I can't stop the van.
Cue the airport run. It's a classic for a reason. And just like that, we're back to where the movie started, on a plane.
Everything that you said about that night, I felt it too. And it scared me. I was scared to lose you. But I was even more scared to let myself love you, because every time that I let love in, somebody comes along and takes it away. And it just hurts so bad. But I'm tired of being afraid.
And they all lived happily ever after, until Ryan cheats on her with Buffy. Look, I'm not saying this film is original, groundbreaking, or even that it holds up to the same standards as other beloved movies from the era. But for me, it's comforting. The late 90s fashion, the soundtrack, the awkward dialogue, it all wraps around me like a warm, cozy blanket. I've rewatched Boys and Girls several times over the years, and despite the flaws, maybe even because of them, I keep coming back. It's cheesy, it's predictable, it's sentimental, but I love it, and I would recommend you all to see it. Thank you for watching. This is my first video on YouTube, so if you enjoyed it, please give it a like or leave a comment below. Have you seen Boys and Girls? What did you think? Are there any other 90s or early noughties rom-coms or teen movies you feel don't get enough attention or appreciation today? Mention them below. And once again, thank you all for listening.